What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cinebros YouTube channel. I am Luke Smith. Thank you all, of course, for watching this new type of video that I'm going to be doing. I thought we would branch out the TV reviews because why not? And of course, I want to talk about the incredible Amazon Prime Video show that I feel like not a lot of people have seen for some reason, and they really should. I'm, of course, talking about The Boys. You can see from the picture right behind me. It is one of the best superhero media properties that I've seen in a long time. That includes Marvel, DC, all of that stuff. And Season 2 has recently been released, kind of. The way they're releasing episodes is a little strange. It kind of harkens back to typical TV before streaming services and everything. They released the first 3 episodes of the season last Friday, and then since then they're going to release an episode of the season a week. And of course there's 8 episodes in the season. I just got done watching the 4th episode of the season today. Very good episode, but I'll get into that in a minute. So I'm going to be talking about the first half of The Boys Season 2. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This season is already better than the first one 4 episodes in. Now, the first couple episodes dragged a little. They mainly, did what typically happens at the beginning of a season of television. They kind of pick up where the last season left off. The first episode was kind of getting everybody in their places for the start of the conflict of the season, which, is necessary, but it causes your first episode to not really have a lot of depth to it. The first episode dragged, and honestly, most of the second episode dragged as well. But the third episode and the fourth one in particular, were amazing. Everything starts to kick off. All the character writing in this season is by far the best part of the season. These characters are so well written, so well developed. Even characters that no one really cares about, like the Deep from last season, he is so much more fleshed out this season. Very impressive. Really weird storyline. They bring a cult into the mix, and that's all I'll say. By the way, this is a spoiler-free video because you need to do yourself a favor and watch The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime Video, so go ahead and watch it if you want to. It's a very good show. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the characters and what I enjoy about each of them this season. So for one, Homelander is way more psychologically broken and disturbed and just flat out evil than he was last season. They kind of took that part of his character, the very damaged person, and damaged him even more in this season. And the 4th episode in particular mainly centers on Homelander and his feelings about himself, because Homelander's number one love, as most people know, is the public's perception of him. He doesn't care about humans at all. He will kill them within a moment's notice, but he cares about the public's perception of him. He has to be loved by people in order to love himself. And the entire 4th episode, mainly the third and 4th episode, focuses on his realizing that I don't need anybody to love me, which is a very profound message. It's just kind of strange coming from a character who is the antagonist of the show, but Homelander's such a good villain, and the acting is amazing. Anthony Starr is such an amazing actor. I can't believe I haven't seen him in more things. He's mainly been working in his home country of New Zealand for years, and I'm glad he's finally gracing us with his presence, finally, in the United States. So, Homelander's awesome. The relationship between Huey and Starlight is also very complex, and it goes from like the cutesy romance of last season, and of course the bombshell from the end of season 1, and expands on that, and shows how they want to still trust each other and love each other, but it's hard, because Huey lied to Starlight, no spoilers, but he lied to her, as you know if you watched the first season, and obviously that's going to take a toll on their relationship, and it's explored very well. Starlight, of course, is a part of the Seven and is a part of Vought, but she hates Vought and she knows everything sketchy going on behind the scenes, and she wants to take them down, and it's hard for her to work with Huey on a daily basis and give him information and at the same time withhold her feelings from him. So it's a very complex take on a relationship from last season that, I'll be honest, was one of the weak parts of last season. Also, of course, I want to talk about the actual people in The Boys. Of course, I just talked about Huey. I want to talk about Billy Butcher, who, if you guys empathize with Billy Butcher and think he's a good person, that's not the point of the show. You need to check yourself. He's not a good person, but very entertaining character. His goals this season kind of take him away from the boys, and it causes Huey to take a leadership role. Billy Butcher continues to go rogue this season, and his relationship with his wife, who no spoilers, but there's a big reveal about her last season. His relationship with his wife in this season is very interesting. He, of course, wants to save her, but he's so stuck in his ways, and she knows that. And it causes a rift in their relationship. A lot of this season, including episode 4, which, by the way, is my favorite episode of the whole season. I'm not joking. If you haven't seen that one, go ahead and watch it. It's on Amazon Prime right now. And that episode, the entire theme of it is love. And how people set in their ways will cause other people in that relationship to doubt that person. And it's a really complex idea. The way it takes that central narrative and central theme and applies it to all kinds of different characters and different situations is very good. The writing in this show is fantastic. It's far and away the best part of the show. I love The Boys Season 2. Very good so far. The first episodes drag a little, which is typical of the first couple episodes of a season usually. Not always, but for the most part, that's kind of what tends to happen. You got to get people in their spaces for the beginning of the season. But I'm telling you, episode 3 onward is just killing it. So good. Top tier television. I'm telling you, you guys need to watch this show. If you haven't already, of course, start with season 1. I had a friend who I tried to get to watch the show, and he started on episode 3 of season 2, and he texted me and said, "This makes no sense." And I was like, well, there's an entire season you missed, so definitely start from the beginning and watch the show in its entirety. Very good. Whenever the rest of the episodes of season 4 come out, probably in a month or so, I'll make another video talking about the second half of the season, but so far this season has very much impressed me. I will be giving this season a 9.5 out of 10 so far. Alright, thank you very much for watching. A different type of video for us. Be on the lookout for more reviews very soon and new podcast episodes as always. Thank you all for watching. Bye.